What is up, beautiful people? Corwin L. Gilliams here from CLG Lifestyle, influencing you to love self. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the platform. In this season, I've been talking, or should I say, creating content around. Well, first, let me just talk a little bit about what CLG Lifestyle is about. If you're new to the platform, CLG Lifestyle is a lifestyle brand. Right now, we create digital products and experiences online. It is intended to help you to uncover, discover, restore your God given identity, to become the person that God has created you to be, free of oppression, free of just perversion, free of insecurities, doubts, anxiety, everything that will and has been essentially preventing you from being your best self, your true you. We create experiences online that will help you first become aware, because in order for you to change, I believe, your life or change a situation, you have to be aware of it and to become intentional about replacing those habits, ways, thoughts, lifestyle with a lifestyle that is conducive to you becoming the best version of yourself according to God's will. And so, if that is something that you're interested in and want to be a part of, definitely subscribe. In this season, right now, I've been creating a lot of content revolved around a legal education, right? You may be someone who is interested in going to law school, and you may have had a long held dream that for whatever reasons you put it to the side, financial reasons, family, life be life in. And so sometimes we may have these strong desires to accomplish something, and then life happens and we put it on the back burner, and by the time you know it, 2 years go by, 4 years go by, a decade, 20, 25 years go by, and you haven't revisited that dream or that vision. And you're watching this video, I don't believe anything that we do is nothing happens coincidentally, right? I believe everything that happens, it's for a reason. Knowing the reason is one thing, but also understanding why, right? Because a lot of the times, or should I say sometimes, things happen, but it's not necessarily what we want, or it's not necessarily intended for us. But the more you know who you are, the more you understand who you are, the more you're able to discern people, places, and things, experiences that aligns with or don't align with who you are and what you are desiring to become. So it's part of life, it's part of being an adult, it's adulting, where you have to make decisions that's in your best interest. And so the more you know who you are, the easier those decisions are made. And so you're watching this because for whatever reasons, maybe you yourself or someone who have a desire to go to law school. People have different reasons why they want to go to law school. Some of it is prestige, some of it is generational legacy, some of it is more of wanting to accomplish a goal. Maybe you're someone who wants to serve people and you see or have experienced injustice in certain areas of the human experience, whether that's criminal law, family law, environmental law, labor laws, employment law, whatever. Maybe you want to just educate yourself and have a structured path to learning. So legal education is the path that you've chosen. And maybe you just want to learn. There's no necessarily one reason as to why you should, partake in higher learning, right? Ultimately, you want to make sure that the decision that you're making, that it is true to who you are, and that it aligns with your gifts, your calling, God's will for your life. That's the most important thing, okay? So after you have spent some time with God, and you have brought your desires and your interests to God, and you have communed with God, and you say, God, this is something that I want to do, and I don't know how to go about doing it, but show me the way. And he has potentially showed you the way in this video as a confirmation or affirmation. Again and again, for some of you guys, God has been affirming over and over and over and over again that this is something that you should be doing. But for whatever reasons, you've been having doubt, and he's sending another vessel, another person to remind you, to encourage you, and to let you know, that you're doing the right thing. So here we are. So I know a lot of people who are going to watch this video are people who are what you would call untraditional or unconventional students, in that your path is unique. You are not someone who have necessarily gone through the traditional educational pathway known to the Western civilization, as in you go to high school, graduate, go to college, from college, go to grad school, get a job, right? Some of you who are watching this video or videos, because I have multiple content in regards to this, have been people who have dropped out of high school. You eventually went and got your GED, then you went to a community college, and then maybe took a break, then went back to finish your bachelor's, or maybe you did not finish your bachelor's and you have an associate's degree and you don't necessarily want to complete the process of a bachelor's because you know exactly what you want to do and you feel in your heart that it's not necessarily necessary for what it is that you want to do. This content is going to be for you, because if you do desire to be a licensed attorney in the state of California, in the jurisdiction of California, they have multiple pathways for individuals who are desiring to be a licensed attorney but don't necessarily have the traditional accolades or the traditional degrees that is required per the ABA standards. The ABA is the American Bar Association. It's an accreditation committee or community that have set up rules and expectations and standards for ABA accredited schools, that they are to meet these standards in order to be, one, approved by ABA, but also in addition to being ABA accredited, also having to take the LSAT. In the state of California, there are state accredited law schools, meaning the state of California has a committee, I believe it's called a State Bar Committee of Bar Examiners, who are just like the ABA in that they create space for, well, I won't say like the ABA. Yes, they're like the ABA in that they have regulations and standards to make sure that the legal system or the legal structure of the American society is ethical. But more so with the state accredited committee in California, they're more about making a legal education more accessible to certain demographics, right? So with that being said, one of the ways that they have made a legal education more accessible is by having state accredited schools who do not necessarily require you to have a bachelor's degree. You can attend a law school with an associate's degree. You do have to do the application, but you do not have to take the LSAT, and you don't need to have a bachelor's degree, right? There are schools, I have a list that I've also created. If you look through my my content, you'll see I have a list of schools in the state of California that does not require you to have a bachelor's degree or an LSAT score in order for you to attend their law school. These schools are, as I said, accredited by the state, which simply means that you will be eligible to sit for the bar exam once you have completed the program. Typically, the program is just like any traditional law school program, 3 years, 1L, 2L, 3L, but also, again, to promote equity, to promote more diversity in the legal space, they have made part-time programs, hybrid programs where you're able to take classes online and on campus, as well as, did I say part-time? Part-time programs where you're able to complete your degree within 4 years if you're someone who, as I said, is an unconventional student, meaning that you are of a particular age, you have a family, you know what I'm saying, you are older, whatever. These programs are accommodating in that it allows you, again, to pursue a long-awaited dream while still maintaining or sustaining the life that you have developed thus far. So again, if these things interest you and you are ready to get on the journey of accomplishing this goal, you know, some of you were made to do this. You were made to be a part of the legal system. You were made to be a representative of righteousness, a representative of justness, right, and fairness, and all the gifts and the abilities and the strength and the abilities that God has given you was created just for that. However, you know, the world and the world systems have created barriers and, you know, obstacles that may have set you back, or may have made you feel like you are not capable of doing certain things. But God has a way of, again, dismantling barriers, dismantling just obstacles, and reminding you of who you are and who He is, right? First and foremost, we need God to accomplish anything in this life. And sometimes we fall away, sometimes we forget, about the importance of a relationship with God, and how, it's the prerequisite for anything in life, to go successful or to be successful. So with that being said, you are on your journey of restoration. God is leading you in the way that you should go. You're watching this video because you're someone whom God is going to use to restructure the legal system, to be representative of righteousness. There's, as we know, right, perversion, corruption, laws, corrupted policies, corrupted legislation, corrupted people and individuals in spaces of authority that should not be there and will not be there once you rise up and take the position that has been prepared for you according to Ephesians 2:10, the good works that you were predestined to do before the foundations of the world. So it's not just about representing God in the church or being holier than thou. It's about fulfilling God's call for your life, whatever that may be, in whatever industry that may be. Righteousness is not necessarily a state of how you speak or how you dress. Righteousness is a state of the heart. What will you do in a situation that requires truth? What will you do in a situation that requires you to do the right thing? That is essentially what righteousness is. And so once you have the Holy Spirit in you, you can go anywhere and establish God's kingdom as it was predestined before the foundations of the world. So I am Corwin L. Williams from CLG Lifestyle, influencing you to love self, and I'm in the season presenting you with content, inspiration, encouragement in every area of the human experience, from fitness, food, health and wellness, education, community development, purpose, calling, family. And we're going to get you on the path that you need to be. So long as you subscribe, so long as you continue to desire the things that God has for you, according to Jeremiah 29:11, the hopes, plans, and future. So long as you maintain that, God will continue to lead you in the way that you should go, and it will all make sense as you go. With that being said, if you want to check out the website, clglifestyle.com. Also, however you were able to support the platform so we can invest more time to creating content and experiences to inspire you and encourage you, definitely check out the website, clglifestyle.com. I am Corwin L. Williams. Talk to you guys soon.